I know. I know.
You're back. Thank God you're safe. Baby, I am so sorry.
Welcome home, everyone. I'm sure you have a lot to tell us. We have plenty of time for that. Come in.
We've organized a little buffet in case anyone was hungry.
Thank you, Ivy.
Laura, I probably should have consulted with you first, but look, I know you'll probably want to have a more formal service later, but we thought that maybe you'd like to have an informal memorial for Teresa right now.
Thank you, Sam. That's very, very kind of you, Sam. Thank you. It's a lovely idea.
It's a terrible occasion.
Yeah, it's been a very stressful time. I mean, hardly anyone spoke on the plane back from Mexico, and I feel so bad for Ethan. You know, I've never seen him this hurt.
Oh. I hate to see him in pain. I do, but you know, maybe you can help. I mean, I know it's premature, but looks to me like you're in the catbird seat.
Oh?
Come on, Gwen. Unless Teresa comes back from the dead, Ethan is yours. There's nothing standing in your way.
You know, you might be right about that.
I wish Luis would come back. I have to figure out a way to make things right with him.
Knock, knock. You're up, finally. You've been asleep all morning.
It was a rough night. I think maybe I should see a doctor.
Why would you want to do that?
Pretty, I was out of control in the living room with Sheridan and Marty. I went after Sheridan and I felt like I wanted to kill her. How am I supposed to explain what happened to Luis when I don't understand it myself?
You know, it's probably too late. Did you hear that Sheridan took Marty to Mexico to be with Luis while he was away?
Sheridan went to Mexico?
Yeah, they're probably one tight little family by now.
Huh. What Sheridan wants, Sheridan gets.
And she wants Luis. I don't mean to be negative, Fancy, but when it comes to Luis, it sounds like you've missed the boat.
I don't understand why Fancy isn't here. I was hoping to make things right with her. Staff knew we were coming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised she wasn't at the airport to meet you. You'd think she would be first in line to offer her condolences to you and your mother for the loss of Teresa.
Did the local police down there make any further progress?
No. No, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that they're not going to be able to find Teresa's body. You know what upsets me about it the most is that I had her. I mean, I had her in my arms. We're in the middle of the damn ocean. We're beating off these sharks.
Oh, honey.
And I turned around. She was gone. She was just gone. And I miss her.
Ethan, you'll see, honey. The grief is going to pass, and you can make new plans. You have the whole rest of your life.
Mother, no, not now.
Ethan, listen. I know you did the best you could in a dangerous situation.
Obviously, I didn't do good enough, did I?
You can't blame yourself, Ethan.
Ethan, I know you loved her. And if I know you gave 110% to save her. And I know this. I know Teresa's up in heaven right now looking down on you, and she knows that too.
If Teresa made it to heaven, which I doubt.
Everyone's saying they're sorry. Everyone's giving their condolences, but it's not really helping. I mean, I lost the woman that I love more than anything in the world. That's what happened.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you. I'm so sorry about your sister. Are you okay?
No, not really. But they tell me it'll get better someday.
Well, at least you're safe.
Well, that's one thing I want to talk about. I shouldn't be.
What do you mean?
There was a moment down there. Let me be blunt. Did you use magic while I was gone? Is there something you need to tell me, Kay?
You enjoying yourself? I can't imagine how you can have the nerve to stay for my Teresa's memorial.
Pilar, I told you that I never, ever wanted Teresa to die.
But she did. And her blood is on your hands.
Excuse me? I did not force Teresa to go to Mexico. She barreled into a very dangerous situation all by herself, just so she could get what she wanted, and she paid the ultimate price.
Don't you dare justify what happened.
Pilar, I can dare do whatever I want to. Don't you remember our deal? You keep quiet about little Ethan and my connection to Juanita, or I contact her and I tell her your last name and that you and your family live here in Harmony.
You're a vicious person. Blackmailing me at my daughter's memorial.
All you have to do is just keep quiet. We will both get what we want. Your family lives, and I get to be a family with Ethan and our son.
You are a remarkably stupid woman. Really. Do you honestly think that Ethan is going to forget about Teresa to be with you?
Yeah, I do.
Perhaps he won't divorce you because of Jonathan. But you will never replace Teresa in his heart. Look at him. He's heartbroken. You will never be able to compete with a ghost.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
Pilar, Teresa's gone. But I'm going to make Ethan forget about her, and I'm going to get to start over. And I'm going to get to have the life with Ethan that Teresa stole from me years ago. I am going to get to be a loving wife and a wonderful mother, and Ethan will fall in love with me all over again.
Listen to yourself. You're living in a fantasy. Okay, yes, perhaps you will be able to have some sort of life with Ethan. And he's a polite person, so he's probably not going to mention Teresa. But you'll know. You'll be looking at him, and you'll know that he's thinking about Teresa.
Pilar, you need to stop with that.
You will always be second best, Gwen. Always. And then one day he's going to learn the truth about little Ethan being his son.
No, he won't.
Secrets don't stay buried, Gwen. You know that. When he realizes that he's little Ethan's father, he will hate you for that alone. Forever.
Well, that's just not going to happen because I won't let it.
I don't understand why Fancy isn't here. I'm gonna call her.
No, please wait. I know why she isn't here.
You do?
Of course. I mean, isn't it obvious?
Fancy, I'm sorry. I know you must be in pain.
You know, all this concern of yours is a little over the top, don't you think? I mean, yes, we've been getting along a lot better lately, but come on. Is this another one of your mind games?
Fancy, that's not fair.
Oh, please, I am not stupid. Ever since you and Luis were locked up in that disgusting basement, you've had the hots for him. Well, get over yourself, pretty. What I have with Luis is much deeper and stronger. It's love.
You weren't exactly close when he left. You kept biting his head off for no reason, remember?
Well, we can work through that somehow. He loves me. I know that. So why don't you just back off?
Worrying about the competition is a little beside the point, don't you think? If I were you, I would worry about whether you could get Luis back at all.
What do you mean it's obvious why Fancy isn't here?
I know it hurts. But if a woman had real feelings for you, she would be here to comfort you. Isn't it obvious that Fancy is purposely distancing herself from you?
Well, I don't believe that.
You saw Fancy with Noah, didn't you? Practically having sex. They have a history together, a very physical history from what I understand, and maybe it's as simple as that. Fancy and Noah are back together. What are you doing here?
Of course I'm here. You know, Teresa was my friend too. And I wanted to give my condolences to your family, especially your mother. And I wanted to be here for you.
I thought we talked about this already.
Not as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I love you, Paloma, and I know that you love me, and I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again until it gets into that thick head of yours. So just get used to it.
These pastries look delicious.
Don't change the subject. Did you or did you not use magic while I was away in Mexico?
Why would I? I mean, I spent all that time worrying about you.
Because there was this really dangerous moment down there, and I was in serious trouble. And I thought that was it. I thought I was gonna die. And then suddenly, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a magic wind came out of nowhere. Green dust came out of nowhere and saved my life.
Maybe it's like California. You know, they get those strange, Santa Ana winds out there?
No, okay, it wasn't natural. You sure you don't know anything about this?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're sure? You didn't wave your little magic wand and save my life?
She's on the Interpol watch list, and the whole department is on alert. Now, if she comes to Harmony and tries to harm you or any member of your family, we're ready for her.
I hope you're right.
Don't you worry, because we're going to catch her.
Yeah, but Juanita's not even going to come to Harmony. She doesn't know Pilar's last name or that she lives here.
What?
What?
How could you possibly know anything about that?
I told her, and I was right. Secrets always come out.
Gwen, how would you know whether or not Juanita Vasquez knows Pilar's last name?
Well, if she comes from Harmony.
Well, I mean, Sam, you know, you're the police officer here. You know, don't you think that if Juanita actually knew where Pilar lived, that she would have come to Harmony a long time ago, years ago, to get her revenge?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, of course it does. Ethan, look, this is a really sad day for you, and I know that there's nothing I can say to make you feel better, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And I am really, truly sorry that Teresa died.
Paloma went to get more coffee, and I think I should go help her.
It's a good idea. It's good to keep yourself busy at a time like this.
Let's hear it. Did you or did you not use magic to save me from Juanita Vasquez?
No, I didn't.
All right. I feel better. We'll get nowhere if we're not completely honest with each other. Magic only causes problems.
You don't need to tell me that.
There's no point to all this.
Yes, there is. Paloma, I love you too much to ever let you go.
I'm sorry, but our relationship is over. Every time I see you, all I can think about is seeing you with Fancy. Just stop bothering me, please.
Paloma, wait.
Mama, please, just make him stop.
Let her go. Noah.
No, look, while you were gone, you just don't understand what...
Help me understand.
I'm sorry. God, you must think I'm a real jerk. I mean, I haven't even said... I am so sorry for your loss, Pilar.
Thank you.
I shouldn't be bothering you at a time like this. I mean, not when your grief is so, fresh.
If it wasn't a sad time, what would you say to me, Noah?
I'd say that I want your support as I try to win back Paloma's heart.
I lost a son, and now I've just lost a daughter. And the only daughter that I have left seems to be in pain. Or at least she's alive. If you think you're the man that can make her happy, then I will do whatever I can to help you.
I don't believe a word that's coming out of your mouth.
Fancy.
Oh, don't give me that, Pretty. I know when you're lying. I was there when you learned how. Remember, at the age of 2? Let's get one thing straight. You will never be with Luis. Now, I still don't understand exactly what happened down on the wharf with Noah, but whatever it wasn't real.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a hickey.
Oh, hush! Whatever went on down there was just one of those weird, unexplainable things that happen in this town.
Oh, God, give me a break. It's everyone's excuse in this town. Oh, it must be some kind of harmony voodoo.
Look, I don't want to hook up with Noah again. I have no idea why I was flirting with him.
Flirting? It's a little bit of an understatement, isn't it? Flirt any harder. Next time you might be pregnant.
All right, I was kissing him. Though I don't know why.
You know what? If you want to be mad at me and Aunt Sheridan, fine, go ahead. But it's not going to help you. A picture is worth 1,000 words, Fancy, and Luis saw you and Noah. An image of you groping him is going to be rattling around in his head forever. How's he ever going to forget it?
This doesn't make any sense. I'm calling Fancy to find out why she's not here. I don't care what you say.
Luis, don't. Come on. You might embarrass yourself.
Really? Well, I guess that's a risk I'm gonna have to take.
Okay. All right.
Luis. Yeah, what do you need?
We need to talk to you.
What's up?
About your nephew. Someone's got to talk to little Ethan and tell him that his mother is dead.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's actually very sweet. I need all the hugs I can get to get me through the day. So what happened with you and Paloma?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. She showed up at the wharf right when Fancy had suddenly attacked me for no reason.
She attacked you?
Yeah, it was weird. She started kissing me and coming on to me, and now Paloma thinks I've been cheating on her, which I haven't, of course. And the wedding's off, obviously, until I can convince her to forgive me. It was weird. It was like Fancy was possessed or something. And you know all the weird stuff that happens here in Harmony.
Yes.
You know, you were my mom's best friend, and I've always thought of you as a second mother. I just need you to know that I would never do anything to hurt Paloma. Ever. I just wish that I could come up with an excuse that she'd actually buy. God, what is it with this town? It's like the people who you love and you trust, who you think are your friends, they suddenly turn evil or something.
I know what that's like. But you don't have to blame this town. You'd be surprised. The evil in someone's heart, it's beyond belief. Here. I will do everything I can to help you. I can't make any promises. But I'll talk to Paloma and perhaps she'll give you another chance.
You want me to tell little Ethan about Teresa?
Well, someone has to do it.
Oh, my God, that poor kid. Now, how do you tell a kid that his mother's gone? It could wreck his entire life.
God, I hate this. Doesn't anyone in this town ever grow up with two loving parents?
All right, if you want me to tell him, I'll tell him.
Frankly, it's not your job, but you are his closest relative. I mean, if Julian, he should be the one helping his son through this.
Well, you are right, Ethan. It should be little Ethan's father who tells him about his mother.
Oh, no. No, Luis can't tell Ethan he's little Ethan's father.
And that's why you should tell him, Ethan.
Luis, it's not my place.
No, it is up to you. You should tell little Ethan about Teresa. Do you know why?
Look, Luis, I'm really close to little Ethan, but I'm not family.
Yeah, well, that's just it. If Teresa were here, I know that's what she would want.
Pilar, you need to stop Luis. He's about to tell Ethan that he's little Ethan's father.
I'm just saying it because it's something important.
Can I talk to you for a second,
I'm kind of
please?
in the middle of...
Just 1 minute, please.
Come up.
You can't tell Ethan that he's little Ethan's father.
Why not? Teresa is dead. Why shouldn't Ethan know?
I have had enough of you for one day. Just stay out of my way, would you? Luis is mine. Yes? What? What? Oh, thank you for telling me. That was Madeline in the kitchen, telling me that Luis and everyone else are back from Mexico. They're all downstairs. But not Teresa. Teresa died in Mexico. Died? Mrs. Alistair Crane is dead.
Just don't be so insensitive. Please, I mean, Ethan just lost Teresa. You can't tell him that little Ethan is his son right now. It's just too much too soon. It'll be the right time to tell him. Just not now, mijo.
If you say so.
I do.
Luis, why should I be the one to tell little Ethan about Teresa?
But you've always known that Julian's been nothing but a joke for a father. Now, if you want me to tell little Ethan, I will. It's just that Teresa always said to me that you were the closest thing that he ever had to a father, so I just thought that you should be the one to tell him.
Tell me what? I'm so glad you're back, Uncle Ethan.
Back up here. Teresa's dead? How? What happened? Madeline didn't really know. The chauffeur heard people talking in the car. Something about a boat exploding. Oh my God, she was so young. And they're all downstairs, the whole family. Well, Pilar and Luis. Apparently there's going to be an informal memorial service for Teresa. Makes you think, doesn't it? What? Well, we lost Fox in the blink of an eye, and now Luis's family lost Teresa. You never know when your time is up. And we shouldn't waste it on stupid fights and feuds.
You're right.
Why don't we make a fresh start with a good hug?
God, she's such a sap.
I've got to go downstairs. Luis must be devastated.
Wait, no, wait.
What? I want to make my condolences.
Well, Nancy, you just woke up and, frankly, you've looked better.
Really?
Yeah, you know, you look exhausted and you're not even dressed. I mean, wouldn't you at least like to take a shower?
Oh.
You know, call me crazy, but if it were me, I'd want to look my best. You know, put on something nice, something appropriate for paying your condolences and also trying to get your man back.
You're right. I'll go get ready, but if Luis calls, you'll tell me, right? I'll hurry.
Now, how do I get my monster of a sister not to see Luis?
Come here.
Where's Mom? Is she on a later flight?
You know, she loves you a lot. You know that.
Yeah. Why?
Well, sorry, buddy. I've never done this before. I don't know how to do this. Just remember, whatever I tell you, you know that I am here for you, right? Grandmother's here. Your uncles, your whole family. We all love you very much. You know that, right?
Where's Mom?
That's just it. Your mom isn't coming back from Mexico. Your mom, she died down there.
What? No, she didn't. That's just silly. Grandma? Uncle Luis?
I'm sorry, champ.
I won't believe it.
No, I know it's not fair. It's not fair, but mom is in heaven right now.
She wouldn't do that to me. She wouldn't leave me.
No, but buddy, she didn't want to. She didn't want to. And hey, look at me. I made a solemn promise to your mommy, and I intend to keep it. I'm going to be right here for you when you're growing up. And even when you become a man, I'm going to be there for you. Do you understand that? You know, you don't have to hold it in. Real men, they cry. They let it out. It's okay. All right.
You're all crazy. Mom can't be dead. I won't believe it.
God, I blew it.
No, you did the best you could.
And there's no right way or wrong way to tell someone.
Did you see his face? My God, he didn't even believe me.
Yes, he did. Look, everyone has to deal with grief in their own way. Look, you said all the right things, Ethan. Right now, you just have to be here for him and help him get through this.
It's not fair.
It's never fair. But look, don't push him, all right, or expect too much from him. Just let him find his own way. And let him know that everyone in this room loves him and supports him.
Maybe Gwen could help with little Ethan, you know? He's going to need a strong, solid motherly figure, and, well, now that Teresa's gone...
Lopez Fitzgerald can take care of little Ethan, Ivy. Gwen has already done enough.
Hello?
Pretty, why are you answering Fancy's cell phone?
Is that Luis? Bring me the phone, Pretty. I want to talk to him.
Did I hear Fancy?
No, it was the TV. Hold on, let me just shut it off.
Is it Louise?
No, wrong number. I'm gonna close this door. It's getting really muggy in here.
Okay.
There, that's better.
Have you seen Fancy? I'm trying to track her down.
Oh, you haven't heard?
Heard what?
I'm sorry, Luis, but she went out partying. Again.
Again? Has she heard about Teresa?
Sure. God, I don't know what to tell you, Luis. It's just, she heard Teresa had died, and she said she was late, and she left anyway. I hope she doesn't get too drunk this time.
Drunk? What do you mean this time?
It's just like the bad old days. She called a couple of her ex-boyfriends from Europe, and they flew in. She's been with them constantly ever since.
That doesn't sound like Fancy at all.
Well, you didn't know her before she moved back to Harmony. She was nasty, Louise. She'd never even let these guys know she was breaking up with them, you know? She'd just laugh it off and move on to the next one.
Is this really true? I can hardly believe this.
I've seen this happen over and over again. It's really not fair what she's doing to you. I mean, Fancy has no right to treat you this way. I'm so sorry.
Who's that? I thought you said it was the wrong number.
Mama, this is no time to talk about Noah.
Mira, mija, Noah told me what happened, and don't you think if something had happened with Fancy, or if he was still interested in her, he wouldn't be fighting so hard for you?
Mama, he keeps telling me the same story over and over again. He keeps telling me that some weird forces keep throwing him to Fancy's arms.
Well, have you stopped to consider that maybe he's right? I don't know, only a fool or an honest man would keep giving you the same explanation, Paloma.
Mama, I have eyes. I have eyes. I keep finding him with Fancy, and he tells me that it's nothing.
Mira, Paloma, I have spent more years alone than I care to remember. And I don't want you to share the same fate. Please. Talk to Noah. He loves you. I think that I'm a good judge of character, and I believe he's telling the truth.
Paloma, can we talk? Yeah, in private, please.
Okay.
I heard a little of that. You know, Noah's always been all over the place, but I think Paloma's finally grounded him. I think it's true love.
Yeah, maybe. We'll say a prayer that they can work things out, Sam. Because I would love to see someone in my family find just a little happiness, right? To offset all this tragedy.
I knew you were all nuts. Mom's alive. She's alive.
Who was that on the phone? I thought you said it was a wrong number.
I'm sorry, Fancy. I didn't want to tell you.
Tell me what?
That was Luis on the phone.
Luis? Well, then why didn't you tell me? I told you I wanted to talk to him. I have to call him back.
That's just the point, Fancy. Luis, he said he doesn't want to talk to you. He said he has nothing to say to you.
I knew you were all wrong. Mom's alive.
Hey. Look, I know the truth is hard to accept. But making up stories is no good, okay? What I told you was true. Your mother died in Mexico.
You're wrong, Uncle Ethan. She's alive. Upstairs in her room.
No, buddy, she can't be.
She's alive. I saw her.
Pretty, is this another one of your cruel jokes?
I'm sorry?
No. Why wouldn't Luis have anything to say to me?
I'm sorry, Fancy. This is hard. He gave me a message. He said that Okay, you know what? This is hard. I'm just going to blurt it out. He said he doesn't want you to come downstairs for Teresa's memorial.
I said I was willing to listen. So let's hear it. Talk.
Look, I hope you don't mind that I talked to your mother. I really wanted her support.
No, I don't mind. But remember, I don't always listen to my mother's advice. I make up my own mind.
Okay. Paloma, I can't explain what happened down on the wharf with Fancy. And you heard Fancy yourself. I mean, she can't explain it either. But you need to know that we don't have those feelings for each other anymore. At all. What you saw down on the wharf, it wasn't real. I mean, that's what's the matter with this town. You can't tell anymore what's reality or what's a dream or what's faking. That's why I love you, Paloma. You are the one real thing that I can count on. You and my love for you. Can't you just forget what you saw? And move on and try to remember what is important in this world. The only thing that's important is our love. Can't you just remember that and take me back?
Are you making this up? Luis doesn't want to see me?
God, after everything we talked about earlier, about family and becoming closer, I'm sorry, Fancy.
Luis doesn't want me to come downstairs for Teresa's memorial? Oh my God, what have I done? He must really hate me.
It's so sad. You know, when he was in Mexico with Sheridan, he must have really had time to think things through. Sounds to me like he's moving on.
I've lost him. Oh no, it's too late. I've lost Luis forever.
You're so good at making pretty speeches. It must be the Irish in you.
Paloma, when I talk about you, it springs up from my heart. I love you. Paloma, I love you so much.
But love is not enough.
Love is enough, Paloma. Love is stronger than anything in the world. Love can conquer all. Can't you just forget about what you saw and remember what matters here? What matters is our love. Our love is still there. It's still strong. Trust your mother's judgment. Come back to me, Paloma. Come back to me.
Little Ethan, what are you saying?
Come on. Mom's upstairs. Perfectly fine.
What's he talking about?
Look, buddy, I'm sorry, but you're mistaken. Your mother's gone.
No, she's not. I was just with her. I saw her. And you can too. Come on, she's upstairs in her room. And what are you waiting for? Mom's alive. I was just with her.
She can't be. No way, she can't be.